Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. It's supposed to rain today. So far it isn't. It's cooled off a little bit from yesterday, about 7 degrees or so, which it doesn't feel much cooler to me. I think they might be a little off on that. Regardless, wife's got a doctor's appointment today. Didn't get a chance to use the new pressure washer, but I did get it together. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and I'll do a first video of it in action. It's one from Harbor Freight, so hopefully does really well. I bought it for one of the specific features. No, spring's coming. Got some allergies are popping up, so anyway. Gonna do the tail lights on the Yeti. Did not get a chance to do that, so I gotta do that. I got a polished exhaust, dry shaft. I've got to rotate the tires. I've got to grease the front suspension. Busy weekend, so I didn't get a chance to do a video Friday or nothing. I gotta get back on track with that, obviously. Yeah, so, and I'll be doing another oil change on the Yeti because it's been about maybe 1,500 miles or so with the Restore and Protect. So we're gonna change that out, and I think I'm gonna stick with Royal Purple 5W30 and just use the Restore and Protect as almost like an engine flush, but I don't know. We'll see. I know they want you to do it, run it 2 or 3 times or so. I think even much as 4 times to get the full benefits of it. I've seen a couple guys on YouTube lately. Don't know how accurate it is or nothing, but they've had some oil show up around their piston rings and all, so maybe they cleaned it too well. Now this is on trucks with, I think one had 200 and something thousand Toyota. I can't remember if it was a Highlander or a 4Runner. I'd have to go back and see if I don't know if I subscribed to him or not. The other one had 100 and something thousand. I haven't hit 80,000 miles on this yet, so, and this truck's been used, it's towed and all that, but it's also never gone over 5,000 miles without an oil change. Plus it's had the catch can. And I've still once in a while done the intake valve and body cleaner or whatever that you spray into the intake. I've still done that every now and then, so yep. So maybe one evening this week I'm gonna take the steering wheel off Black Betty. Of course I have to disconnect the batteries and disconnect the airbag for that. Gotta take all that off Black Betty so I can try to fix the wires on the steering wheel controls get them working again, hopefully. And then I'm going to probably buy a steering wheel wrap, leather sew-on wrap that you sew onto it. And yeah, I got a lot more to do with that. I got to grease the suspension on that, so I did a video on that. I've got to clean the frames off both and pour 15 them and then undercoat them. And coming up in another month or two, maybe we'll see how the weather plays out, but sometime this spring or summer. Transmission fluid and filter change on the Yeti. Brake fluid on the Yeti, on Black Betty, on Sophia, and on Jade. I've got to do the transmission on Jade or the Mercury. And oil change. Power steering fluid flush. And maybe even a coolant. Plus the rear differentials, front differentials, transfer case. On Black Betty, I'm thinking on transfer case I might go with 5W or 10W30 Royal Purple. I've seen a lot of people doing that, so I might do that. Helps with heat dissipation. I'm still kind of looking into that, at least for the summer. And then fall, I'll go back to ATF, maybe. Don't know if I usually just fill it by the drain plug, but I might go where the speed sensor or whatnot is on top of the transfer case. That just makes me nervous with that being plastic. But we'll see. I'll do the transfer case on the Yeti and smell the wonderful smell of gear fluid, which nobody loves, I don't think. Do any of you all love the smell of gear fluid? Let me know down in the comments. And then at some point, maybe this spring or summer, the Yeti will get new tires, and I guess I'll just go ahead and get new TPMS sensors. GM genuine. Put it on when I get the tires done. So don't know if I'm going to go with the Netto G3s yet on this truck, Toyos, Michelin's, or what I'm going to do, or if I'm going to try Hancock tires or some other brand, Coopers or something. I really don't know. Toyos have been good on Black Betty, but see, I got that little hyper flash. But they're a little noisy, more noisy than I thought they'd be. When I have noise, I want it to come from my exhaust, not my tires. I'm still debating on either trying a Flowmaster exhaust for this truck or getting an exhaust like LMFS Crew from the exhaust shop up the road here. Sounds really good, I don't know, but I've got some stuff to do on the front end of it, some changes that I want to do, and I've got taillights put in. I've also got some new handles to go on this thing and all, and some other stuff. So there's still gonna be some playing around with the Yeti, don't worry. And an intake. Yeah. So don't worry, still plenty to be done with the Yeti. So that will get done And I gotta move my seat back. I really need to. Really need to. I gotta get. I do. I'm pretty sure I know what scan tool I'm gonna get on this truck. I am gonna do a video on that, but I'm pretty sure I know which one I'm gonna go with. I'll do a video on that when I get that. Then I can put the new throttle body on, throttle body gasket, and the new MAF sensor. Hopefully I have the intake by then, do all that, and get this thing running even better, hopefully. Pedal commander has not acted up. I'm still debating whether to take that off and sell it and go with the Banks Pedal Monster. I did find some dual splitters, OBD2 port splitters, so I can still run the Diablo Sport and run the Pedal Monster. I don't know. The pedal commander has not acted up. I did reroute the wires for it, more underneath the dash better and up through it. I think it was getting pinched somewhere because I kind of ran it haphazardly last time. So yeah, no P20. I think it was P2138 was the code that it was throwing, and it would go into stink mode, limp mode, you know. So yeah, we'll see. I don't really want to show out. I think it's almost 300 hours or more. Might have been more than that, I don't know. But I did find an OBD2 splitter for a lot cheaper on the DMAX store. And I've got to order some stuff off there anyway for Black Betty. And I might try a different fuel filter. I'm going to change the one this week, just because I change my fuel filter a little more often. Of course, lift pump, gauge cluster, all kinds of stuff coming for that. So stay tuned, guys. May God's grace and mercy be with you. Love y'all, and peace be with you. Peace.